see Sawada just trying to get everything back into place. Yeah, from Sawada. And Ballard tried to pounce on him as Sawada was getting back to his feet.
This is the most striking we've seen from Sawada. And I think it's from that takedown defense that Ballard possesses. Sawada's gonna have to wear on him a little bit if he wants to get this thing to the ground.
Ballard is susceptible to head kicks. We've seen that in the past. Big left hand there, didn't turn the knuckles in though, Gustavo. Caught him more with the inside of the glove. Clinch up now. Gotta watch those knees, Gustavo. Gotta place them correctly if he throws them. He does to the outside right thigh. Drops down for a single here. Former Olympian. Unexecuted takedown. Sawada locks up that right leg.
Good chain wrestling from Sawada as he takes the back here. Or sorry, of Ballard. Ballard's utilizing those knees well. He's got a good body lock here. Let's see what he can do with it. Sawada's needs to separate those hands and spin and go chest to chest. It's gonna be hard with Ballard on his back like that.
Short knee to that hamstring area and side of the thigh from Gustavo Ballard. Trying to hit that sciatic nerve.
See, there's this hand separation, but good belly to back from Ballard.
Ballard staying busy here.
10 seconds left.
Final seconds of the round, still kneeing from the back position.
See if he can get one big toss here. Nope.
End of the round, we go to the towels. A couple of illegal groin strikes, but Sawada looks to have fully recovered from them as we see some of the highlights dragging.
Here's Sawada coming in, throwing those high kicks like his corner was calling for in the pocket with Ballard. Most significant part of this match, I think it was that short right hand. Yep, that was the one that caught Ballard a little bit stumbling, a little bit off balance. Nice little skip in, Superman punch there as Ballard. Very close round between the two. I like how Ballard's mixing things up though. He's at least attempting the takedowns rather than just striking. This is the first time we really have got to see Sawada utilize his karate background, but he's throwing the kicks, not as much as his corner has been calling for, but he is throwing the kicks and doing some good work with the strikes.
So we are scoring as a 15-minute overall match, but after the first 5 minutes, Dragon, who would you have ahead?
That's a tough call, Michael. Put me on the spot like that. I might edge it slightly to Sawada, but that back control there at the end, I think it was just because of that big right hand that stumbled Ballard.
A stinging punch from Sawada momentarily buckled the Cuban's knees, made him do the little wobble, but he's okay now. Tries to drop the foot down onto the lead knee. Good left hand, another one there from Sawada. Gustavo throws a knee to the breadbasket. Locks him up against the fence here. Corking knee to the outside thigh. Little popping right hand from the Cuban. Sawada, good uppercut. Don't forget that world title in our main event later on, Sam and Prajanjai. That'll be a cracker.
I would like to see Sawada keep his punches a little bit tighter. If he could catch Ballard coming in with one of those short right hands, because of how open and exposed Ballard is when he starts swinging, he might be able to catch him and do some damage.
Single leg here from Gustavo, but still maintains his vertical base to Sawada. Knees from behind again from Gustavo Ballard. Oh, Sawada.
Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah. Okay, Mitch, I'm going to get you to play coach. First of all, if you're in the evolved corner of Sawada, what are you telling him to do?
Well, the first thing he has to do is try to separate those hands. If he can't do it, right, he's going to end up like that, right? He's got to try to separate that grip from Ballard. But Ballard's very strong, so he has to take both his hands and push down on the grip. But every time he does that, or he's trying to do it, Ballard takes him for a ride.
Watch the back of the head.
Oh, he's landed those are clean shots to the back of the head. He's got to be careful with that.
Explosion of aggression here from Ballard, maybe getting a little fiery, right choosing the target correctly. Single leg here from Sawada. If you're playing coach to Gustavo, is he doing everything right in your eyes, Mitch?
Yeah, I like the way he's mixing up his striking with his grappling. It's something we've talked about a long time with Gustavo Ballart, is the fact that he doesn't really wrestle. And this is what happens when he does.
Oh, big knee to the head, and another one there from Gustavo, and another one. My word, clean knees to the face and the side of the head of Ryuto Sawada. Gustavo Ballart comes alive here in the second round. They're legal knees, of course. They are all legal in one championship, and they're awesome. Ballart making full use of this rule set. The Cuban unloading on Sawada, the aggressor meter going through the roof for Gustavo Ballart.
Michael, but how tough is Sawada able to get back up to his feet? He took a lot of unanswered shots, and those are knees nonetheless.
Sawada.
Okay, let's go.
That could have been a...
There for a moment.
What? I feel like he caught him with the left hand, and he was kind of...
Either that or maybe he got a little bit of a finger across one of the eyes.
Nah, it looked like he rubbed the top of his head. That was a nice overhand left thrown by Ballart. Ballart's starting to feel the momentum shift in his favor. He's got to start putting on him.
He can't do anything silly though, Ballart. He can't overextend himself. Still needs the economy here in his striking, because Sawada will only need a minute opening to swing the pendulum back in his favor. Ballart on the outside. Very good round so far for the Cuban.
1 minute left in the second round.
I think Ballart was able to get a lot of those points back in these last 5 minutes here. Sawada needs to do something big now. He's got to put that hammer down. He's got to start throwing those kicks like his corner has been screaming for the entire time.
Lots of instructions from Ballart's corner. I wish I knew what they were saying. Commentating a soccer game. 25 seconds on the clock now. Been a stellar performance over the last 5 minutes for Gustavo Ballart.
Yeah, he's strong in this clinch position, Michael. He's really strong. He drops down into a single. He's going to try to reap out the standing leg. Oh, no, he changes it up, goes for a spinning back fist.
Nice left hand, gets on the inside again, Gustavo. Chance for the elbows here for Sawada off the left arm. Corner's calling for it too. Doesn't answer. One more round to go, Dragon. Oh, what a performance from Gustavo.
Yeah, you can see how Sawada seems like he's bothered by the shots to the back of the head. Those were a lot of unanswered knees that Sawada took, and I think some of them might have clipped him in the back of the head, but here's Gustavo doing a lot of good work. Look at this belly to back. When he gets those hands locked together, it is really difficult to stop him. Here he is just teeing off, taking a lot of unanswered shots to Sawada. But this is what happens when Ballart starts to put weapons together. He's not just striking, he's utilizing that Olympic pedigree that he has in wrestling to control his opponent. That's a clean knee right there.
One more round to go. Position checking out Sawada, who took some punishment in that second round. Referee Mohammed Sulaiman to get us underway. Gustavo Ballart ownership over the last 5 minutes. Can the Cuban continue? Front kick there from Ballart to open up proceedings. Looks for the big left hand from Ballart.
Ballart's setting that up, that big left hand. He tries to throw that lead kick. Oh, that cracked him.
Oh, that
hurt that.
Yeah, that might be a yellow card.
I didn't even have to see that. I heard that.
Yep.
Is he protesting? Come on.
Well,
that you could hear the foot on bone, basically bone on plastic.
That's going to be dipping in the pocket here, Mohammed Sulaiman, no doubt about it. It'll be a purse deduction. Wow. Gustavo's complaining, but you know, sound effects don't lie.
I don't think he's complaining. I think he's just discouraged at it. You know, he did jump into the groin shot too, so.
Yeah. flying groin shot.
Yellow card can affect scoring, but it's primarily a 10% purse deduction.
Have a look at this.
Yeah,
It's airborne. Look at that.
He already clips him right in the groin, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that once more. It looked a bit high. Maybe we can see one more replay of that. Because I think the kick went above the groin, Mitch, from my looking at that replay. Let's have a look again.
You didn't hear that, though?
I did. I heard something.
Sound effects on the replay.
Where it lands.
Let's take a look.
Where?
I don't know, man. Those toes are fully extended.
Yeah, but into the belly button. Not that low of the groin where Sawada's grabbing himself. You know, I heard the cracks. I was with you. I heard a crack, but it didn't look like it hit the groin as cleanly as we thought. Anyway, we continue here.
Nice straight right hand landed by Sawada. Sawada's got to turn it up right now. He's definitely behind. He's got to do some good work. I'd like to see him keep throwing that kick. Go to the body, too, with the right kick.
Take down there.
Nice job by Bullard.
Super aggressive Gustavo Bullard. It's good to see it. Sawada needs to try and swing things back in his favor here.
Yeah, see, that's what he does, man. He gets those hands locked, you're going for a ride. You just punched your ticket to the mat right there.
Wrenching him down to the canvas. Here come the knees again if he gets the chance. Sawada's got to be careful. Just doesn't seem to have the answers at the moment. Ryuto Sawada. Gustavo picks him up, puts him down again.
Yeah, Michael, it's when he gets those hands locked, it's really hard to deal with him. You know, you can see he's trying to turn into him to go belly to belly. He's looking for a possible Kimura here. But you see how heavy Bullard is. Hard for him to really try to break that grip. He's got the Kimura lock on Bullard's right arm, but Bullard still got his hands locked.
Here all the instructions coming from Bullard's corner. What do they need to tell Sawada to do, Dragon?
He's got to create scrambles. You know, he's got to, I mean, like I said kind of before when you asked me that same question in the, you know, the second 5-minute stanza, he's got to separate that grip. He has to push down on the grip to separate it. But at this point, you know, he might want to try rolling, you know, to create a scramble because he's really good at scrambles. Like he drops in between the legs and creates a roll because he's got to avoid that.
Just trying to ragdoll Sawada.
But he just can't break the grip. And when you give a wrestler that type of grip, it's really hard to break it. They've just spent so many years, you know, just throwing people around in that position. It's also his center of gravity. You know, Sawada's got to get his shoulder underneath and start digging these underhooks. Maybe take one of his arms and swim in between and start to lift Bullard up. So maybe he can change levels like he's doing, but Bullard just picks him up and puts him down.
Continually with these takedowns, Gustavo Bullard. His dominance established. 1 foot on hips here, Sawada. Under 2 minutes remaining. Gustavo with the ground and pound. Sawada throws the legs up, hoping to catch an arm. Gustavo, chance for the knees. There they are. Sawada sits back.
Decent move on Sawada's part to try to pull guard here. See, now he's in half guard. Now we can start to dig underhooks, create a little bit of movement, really try to work in these last 80 seconds.
Elbow, top of the head there from Sawada.
Good control showcased by Bullard, man. He's so tough. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the type of Gustavo Bullard that I've been waiting for his past 3 matches, and he's finally starting to showcase it. And I think it could be the move to ATT out there in Florida. He's got a new camp. He's got some really good coaches around him, some great training partners, and we're starting to see Gustavo Bullard evolve into the athlete we always knew he could be.
45 seconds remains now. Sawada in a bad spot. Bullard drops a knee. Not want to do anything silly here. Gustavo Bullard has that yellow card from the groin say, a protestable yellow card after watching that replay a couple of times. Knees again to that outside left thigh. It's been a common target throughout this match.
Let's go, let's go.
From this very position, over and over again. We are going down to the judges for this one. This is a fine performance from Gustavo Bullard.
Oh no. I think he could have hit the back of the head, and the ref warned him about it, and he still threw the shot. And he could have hit Sawada. That could have been the silly thing that you were talking about, Michael.
Oh dear. With a couple of seconds to go. Let's see if we can catch a replay of that. My word. Well, I did say, got to be careful not to do anything silly. Keep it safe in those dying stages. Don't jeopardize your chances of a big win here. Gustavo seems very unhappy with himself. Sawada's cut. Oh, he's unsteady. Another yellow card, perhaps. The dying seconds of the match. Oh, he's in the pocket, does Mohamed Sulaiman. More of the purse.
Man, Sawada's tough, though.
Yeah, more of the purse taken away.
Sawada is tough. He is ready to keep going on.
Okay, so just over 2 seconds. We'll finish it off here.
Ready? Ready? Let's go.
There it is. Wow, Gustavo Bullard, impressive. 2 yellow cards came his way. But, wow, Mitch, tell you what, he was aggressive tonight, Gustavo.
Yeah, this is the Gustavo Bullard that I've been waiting to see inside the circle. He showcased, in decent striking. He was able to enter into these positions. And once he got those hands locked, Sawada was going for a ride. Showcased really good wrestling, good ground and pound, effective scrambling, but the wrestling was on point here tonight. He utilized all his weapons and had a dominant showcase for himself.
So we are going to a decision here. Will it be Sawada? Will it be Gustavo Bullard? Most likely it will be Gustavo. Tremendous performance, though, from the former Olympian from Cuba, ragdolling Ryuto Sawada. Ground and pound. Very aggressive in the second and third stanza. And let's go to Dom Lau for our decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have called this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Gustavo Bullard.
Gustavo Bullard, our gladiador, gets the victory in Singapore tonight. And folks, don't go anywhere, because coming up next, it's finally here. Leandro Ataides versus Aung Latin San.
Ok, watch nó biểu lại là follow lúc thằng rõ nó anh chứ bà chia sẻ trên bà đấy follow lúc cái bà đó follow lúc bà bây giờ bảo
This is crazy! This is awesome! This is over! It's good night, Irene!
Tonight, 2-sport 1 world champion Samay Gayong Hadao will defend his Muay Thai crown against Prajin Chai PK Sanchai Muay Thai Gym. Samay set the standard in 1 Super Series. After a legendary career on the Thai Stadium circuit, he won the first ever Muay Thai bout in the circle, and then became the first 1 Super Series Muay Thai world champion. But Samay was not finished making history. After 423 pro fights, he crossed over to kickboxing and soon challenged for the inaugural 1 strawweight kickboxing world title.
The high right round kick gives an opportunity for Samay to launch that rear leg. Catches the round kick, counters off again.
That defense, that Muay Thai style defense, really good.
Samay Gayong Hadao.
Samay getting it down. two-sport world champion in one Super Series.
Despite his achievements in a new sport, Same's specialty is still the art of 8 limbs.
There's an elbow from Same, and Rocky took some punishment on the inside.
Down at his natural weight class, he is better than ever and packs the kind of punching power that makes him one of the most prolific KO artists in one Super Series.
And you see some more fire, some more power. Josh is in trouble. He's backed up. He's got to dig deep now. Same unloading. Tonner's got to use the circle here. He's going to move. He's too flat-footed.
Same has never looked better. But will that be good enough to beat a man 11 years his junior, who is the toast of Thailand?
Welcome back to Singapore. You're watching One Championship Battleground, and we are moving into the business end of the card with this fantastic co-main event at a catchweight. The return of the former 2-division world champion Aung against the knockout artist Leandro Ataides.
Representing Brazil, Leandro Ataides.
An 80% knockout rate for this absolute wrecking ball of a Brazilian, the Wolf, Leandro Ataides. He has waited his entire one career for a crack against Omlet. Finally, that chance comes tonight for Ataides, and he says he can knock out the former 2-division world champion. This has epicness written all over it, Dragon.
80% knockout rate. This man carries power, but he also carries it deep into the match. He can put you out with one explosive shot and end your night. Leandro Ataides is a switch hitter. He will change stances on you, confuse you, and land big shots. He has improved his striking style, and all this is from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, ladies and gentlemen. The blueprint was written on how to beat Aung San. Reiner de Ritter laid it out perfectly. Let's see if Leandro Ataides chooses to follow it, and he's been training with de Ritter out there in Holland too.